Start protecting yourself on the web at nordvpn.com/nerdalert or use code NerdAlert, one word, and save 77%. If the last few weeks have taught us anything, Facebook, third-party apps, and online advertisers know us too well. Even if you didn't opt in or give your consent, these companies and more like them may know all about what you do on the internet and profit off it. And that isn't right. I've talked a lot on NerdAlert about how important your data privacy is. Your digital identity is not for anyone to take and sell and use to their own ends. It's yours. It's one thing to be attacked by hackers, but it's another to be unknowingly sold and manipulated online. On the other hand, sometimes it's hard to resist the call of free Wi-Fi. Sometimes you find yourself in a position where you can't. That's why I'm very excited to team up with NordVPN with a massive 77% discount for the NerdAlert audience. Start protecting yourself on the web now at nordvpn.com/nerdalert or use code NerdAlert. In a lot of lists of the most commonly used passwords, we see things like 123, ABC, and curiously, the word dragon. Why dragon? It seems weird, right? Just of 123, ABC, let me in, dragon.
Dragon. That's weird. It has nothing to do. It used to be like password was a common password.
Until we were like, that's stupid. And then those people thought, okay, dragon.
Dragon. I like dragon a lot.
Do you?
Dagron. I do have a shirt that says dragons on it. I had another shirt on, and then this morning I looked at the rundown and I was like, I want to wear my dragon shirt. Cool. It's great. Yeah, so do you believe this? Do you believe that this is common, or do you think it's just like the kinds of places that are susceptible to hacking?
That's it. Because how we find out that these are commonly used passwords is that these passwords get hacked and we try to find similarities on those lists. So one of the reasons why we see this so often is because these are websites that let you use just, the word dragon instead of some combination of uppercase, lowercase, numbers, letters, special symbols. You can just say the word dragon. Mm-hmm. It's part of it is due to the sample size.
Right, and it's like...
Or what the sample is.
Which proves it is not necessarily the most common password. It is just one of the dumbest passwords to choose, because as it's reinforcing, right? So places that allow lax standards for security have people just put in one word. That one word is dragons, then it gets hacked, and then it gets published that is popular, and so the people who do the hacking are like, all right, well, let's incorporate dragons more often into our hacking database, so those people get hacked more often.
Right. I mean, some people have tried to crack why this is. For instance, WP Engine examined 5 million passwords that were, again, from this sample group of cracked passwords to be associated with Gmail accounts and tried to extrapolate who was using these words based on common identifiers in the email address. So if yours was John Smith 87, you can assume this is a male born in the 80s.
Right.
And that is exactly the largest subset of the people who had this. It was males born sometime in the 80s.
Yeah.
So you have to. So why does this group love dragons
It's
so
the
much?
perfect storm. It's like Dungeons and Dragons meets Game of Thrones. Mm-hmm. Maybe someone read Aragon.
I think you're a little old to have read Aragon. That's just my take on when Aragon was released. What they found was this was likely because the credentials came from eHarmony and an adult content site. So I guess males in their 30s like that. Brett, can you commit to this? There is also what they've seen is people tend to create passwords around things they like. Yeah. Another common word that was used was monkey, because people like monkeys and they think they're cute, and sometimes people have pets named Monkey or a friend that they've nicknamed Monkey, which seems rude.
It is so interesting. That part is very interesting to me because it seems like interjection words that people just like to say, like or have fond associations with more commonly. And so monkey just seems like, I think people think that's a funny word.
Monkeys
and it's
are
silly.
funny.
Monkeys are funny. They throw their own poop. They, that one thing where the monkey eats the banana. He's like, whoop, nope, sorry.
I don't know what you're talking about at all.
So I just look like
I'm not a man in
seizure.
my 30s, though.
Right.
So, maybe it's just not my demo.
Maybe it's Monkey Island.
Maybe
this
it is
a reference to.
It's a lot of factors. I mean, it could have been You chose that because you thought it was a cool word when you made your first password a long time ago and just kept that as a signifier in all your passwords. Don't do that. Make it a bunch of random numbers and letters that have no significance, but you can remember for some reason. That's what I did. Audience, have you ever used a really easy word in your password? Don't tell us what it is, but tell us.
Tell us what it is, though. Tell me what it is.
Tell us on Twitter and Facebook.
Direct
No, I
messages.
can't officially ask for this.
Or like send me your passwords.